I told you to RAZZLEcast, a new ep to hear of RAZZLEcast. Our finest and topics and goofs in RAZZLEcast. To lay in front of you, it's RAZZLEcast, RAZZLEcast, RAZZLEcast. So, to honor you with RAZZLEcast, here is the host. That's me. And also Alan.
Hey.
Alan, say hi.
Hi.
This is a Christmas episode. Ryan's not here. Can I stop saying it like this? I wanted to go a little more somber this year. 2019, the year of somber, boys.
Is it somber year?
It's somber year. I wanted to keep it reverent. You know, this is number 50. That's a reverent spirit. Ain't that right?
Sure.
I don't know.
Is your deal?
I'm kicking it off with a new reverent attitude for the next 50. The next 50 is all seriousness, you know, no goofs, no jokes. Yeah.
Do we start today? Or?
We start right now. So.
Also the title is Miracle on RAZZLEcast Street.
No, it's not. It is. It's called Miracle on Reverent RAZZLEcast Street. We're all serious. I don't even know what reverent means. It could not mean serious. I don't fucking know. Goofs are back on, so
we're back to goofs.
How the hell you doing?
I'm doing good. It's Christmas time. You guys, for the people listening, it is Christmas or it's later.
If it's not Christmas in the actual time frame that you're listening to this, like say you're listening to this in July because you just found us now and we're your fucking favorite podcast, in which case get new content, but also thanks. Then it is Christmas now. Welcome, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus, anything you want it to be, happy Candle Nights, whatever you want. But welcome. We're here to love you and to show a solemn level of respect, which is
podcast gets weird when Ryan's not on.
Hold on. We're here to show us a solemn level of respect, which is the definition of reverent. So that's what it's all about. But yeah, we're glad to have you guys here. So welcome back.
I guess we get to start with Ryan. Unfortunately, Ryan wasn't able to make it. Just schedules conflicting with everybody. So unfortunately, he wasn't able to do it at the time that we were able to do it. I wasn't able.
The month of December,
he was able to do it. So.
The month of December sucks. I don't mean that in like it's a bad month. It's a fine month. It's just everyone's schedule is always really crazy. It's why we haven't had an episode in 3 weeks. So unfortunately Ryan's not gonna be able to be here, but one of the things we're talking about today is going to be our Christmas wish list for 2020, and Ryan will be going over his Christmas wish list. I can't say that next week. So
you couldn't say it last year either.
I couldn't? Okay, good.
No, I went back and listened. You're like Christmas wish list, and then you were like, no, it's actually not that hard to say. I'm just saying it really slow.
Actually, so 2018, Zach, you are what up. But anyway, yeah. So Al, let me ask you a real quick question.
Sure.
What's the It toy this year?
What is I don't know.
You have two sons. What's the It toy?
I do, but my kids are 2.5 and 4 months old. So
Alan, what's the It toy?
I don't know. For them, it's dressing up as Hulk. Which thank you for getting my kid Hulk hands. He's very, very happy with them, and he likes smashing everything.
Excellent. I mean, that's excellent. Has it turned violent at all for you? Have you?
It's always
any
violent.
Casualties. Therefore.
Well, he's right at ball punching level, so
damn right.
The Hulk hand actually is a little padding, so benefits there, I guess.
Right at ball height, okay.
So yeah, no. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. So what are your are you someone who's pro Christmas, anti Christmas? I've been talking to my boss at work a lot, and he's just very he's turned to the dark side. He's very anti Christmas, and I can see why people would be. It's a capitalist sham charaded as a family get together time, but I don't know. I like the sham. I like to just live in that and be okay with it.
Yeah, there's a conflicting there's this thing. It's really popular. It's called the internet. Have you heard about it?
Yeah.
And everyone loves to shit on everyone else's or opinions or kind of poo-poo things that people like just because they could be skewed as problematic or whatever, right? But I don't know. Christmas sucks, right? We all agree Christmas kind of sucks. But also Christmas is the best. And everything has issues. I totally agree. It's sort of devolved from what it was in the past, whether it be a Christian holiday or a holiday based around a winter solstice. Or a Jewish holiday, whatever kind of holiday it was, it almost all of those holidays have devolved, and it becomes almost this not almost, it is this, just a shopping time, right? Mm-hmm. But I still find that, and I think I'm quoting a lot of Christmas movies in this theme, but I still find that the togetherness and the joy and the family time spending and all that is valid. And I like that time, and I like that we or a lot of people, not everyone, obviously, thank you to those who do, but a lot of us get off of work and we get to just spend time with the people we love. So
yeah, I dig that. I like that there's a time set aside, even if it's kind of a sham, but there's a time set aside to spend time with family and for giving and for listening to RAZZLEcast away from your family and not giving. I don't know. I like Christmas movies and I like Christmas cheer and Christmas music and all of that stuff. I don't know. I'm a sap for it. I know that there are people who can see past the charade. I choose to blind myself with the holiday spirit.
And that's really what it comes down to. It's like our love for Disney, right? Disney sucks.
Yeah.
But I like a lot of the stuff they do, so I'm able to look past that. It's not I don't know.
Christmas is not Disney. You're right.
It kind of is.
In that, but at the same Disney time, just purchased Christmas, is what I mean.
Disney. Actually, hold on. I just got the. Thank you. Yep, Steve in the booth said that Disney did indeed purchase Christmas for. I'm sorry. Oh, holy shit! $18 quadrillion.
Yep, all the money.
Yeah. Also, it turns out the Steve. Yep. Okay, thanks. I made a new character. His name's Steve. He works in the booth. Steve did say that the hottest toy of the year, according to CNET, is the LOL Surprise Amazing Surprise Dolls.
Oh, so. Good, because I got my sister LOL doll stuff, so.
Damn, Alan, you went above and beyond right there. That's the it toy of 2019.
I don't get those. I don't know, because they're all.
Can I be honest?
No,
nothing about them.
Well, no, I just mean they're one of those toys that you don't know what you're getting, and then
it's a mystery box.
Yeah, those types of things.
It's a J.J. Abrams movie.
Is there a J.J. Abrams movie called Mystery Box?
No, that's his storytelling mantra. Is he opens mystery boxes up and allows you to answer the question. He is a question guy. You never heard him talk about mystery boxes?
No, I don't think so. I watch a lot of J.J. Abrams interviews.
That's a good thing. Or a shame. I don't know. I'm not here to call out JJ. So
it sounded like you are.
Yeah, shots fired. Fuck you, JJ. Nah, Christmas is great.
What are your thoughts on Christmas movies? Since that's one of the main things we talk about.
Christmas movies, actually.
I know last year we talked about our favorites.
Yeah.
Yours was
It's a Wonderful Life. It's the best Christmas movie.
Oh yes, and I said Elf. I said Elf was my favorite, which I said it will constantly switch between It's a Wonderful Life and Elf. This year I'm feeling It's a Wonderful Life more. I watched both. Yeah. I watched both this week, and I was like, "Gosh, It's a Wonderful Life." So I almost am in tears every time. I think last year I did cry.
It's a tearjerker.
It's so good.
So we're recording this episode on December 22nd,
Yep.
and I have yet to watch It's a Wonderful Life, and I feel honestly lost. No, I do. Like I don't feel like it's Christmas yet.
I need to watch that movie more often. Like, I don't just need to watch it around Christmas time.
No,
This is
really,
honestly
though.
one of my
You're
favorite
right.
movies, like in general, you know?
Totally. My general opinion on Christmas movies, because you asked, is a lot of them are really bad.
Sure.
But the ones that are good, I hold on to, and I don't let them go. Like I there are a certain number of Christmas movies that I find to be really, really quality and that mean a lot to me, and there's the ones I go back to, and I seem to never get sick of. Perfect examples: It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone, which I find to be just a really great movie. I was rewatching Home Alone, and I marvel at how tight that script is. There's like hardly any plot holes and like stuff like that. Like, and it's just thematically speaking, it's really solid. And just like there's some Christmas movies I really hold on to and that mean a lot, and those are the ones I go back to. You know, there's like everyone always talks about Hallmark, right, and all those like really bad formulaic Christmas movies. But there's clearly a reason why so many of them are made. And it's that they definitely fill a void and have a purpose. So what about you? What's your opinion on Christmas movies?
Yeah, I similar. I generally find that I like them. Even when they are bad, they sometimes are enjoyable in that they bring you that sort of Christmas cheer. I was thinking though that I can't think of one like a true Christmas movie in the last, I don't know, decade that I can think of that I like a true Christmas movie, meaning like not like a comedic like one, because I talked about The Night Before, which I watched this week. And I think that if I remember correctly, I think I liked the Harold and Kumar Christmas one, but I watched that in theaters, and I haven't watched that since. And I don't know. That one could be bad if I like actually go back and watch it. I just think I remember liking it. But I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I feel like they haven't done a good Christmas movie in a while. But I could be completely missing something major. That, you know, if I went back. But like, I'm just thinking about like stuff that I see now. It's like there's the Christmas movies from this year, like Noel and Last Christmas, and I didn't have interest in watching either of those. So
I watched Noel because it was on Disney Plus.
Okay.
I haven't seen Last Christmas. I actually was like not actually interested, but my wife and I see Amelia Clarke stuff all the time because we like to talk about how her eyebrows do most of her acting. And that's not like a knock. We just think it's funny. I guess it's kind of a knock. I don't know why I say it's not a knock. It's kind of a knock.
I don't think she's a very good actress.
I don't either.
She's been really good in one thing.
Watch things that she's in other than Game of Thrones, and like her eyebrows do most of the work. It's kind of crazy. But like, I'll push back a little bit. Like, I think The Night Before is a Christmas movie. I don't think it's not. Like,
yeah, no, that's fair. I'm just thinking, like, when you think back to like really good Christmas movies, like Miracle on 34th Street, It's a Wonderful Life, from like obviously like classic stuff, but then you've also got like, you know, Elf, or you know, I'm thinking like trying to think of like more traditional, like wholesome ones and stuff. And I just feel like as we get like within the last decade, it's like I just don't remember. Like, I can think of 2 stoner comedies, Christmas movies, and I can't think of like anything else that I might have liked. You know,
what are the other stoner comedies? Oh,
no,
Harold and Kumar.
Yeah.
I forgot about that one.
I
don't think you're wrong. Like, this is not.
Was that Christmas Chronicles thing on Netflix? Was that any good? I didn't see that.
I never saw it. People love it. Actually, I might have to check that out. Actually, I'll try to watch that this year. But like, no, I don't think you're wrong. Really, what year did Elf is from 2003. Never mind. That was a while ago.
Oh, I thought it was 04. I think you're right.
No, I think you're right. Actually, like, Noel is not a bad movie. Like, I watched Noel. It's not a bad movie. It's not like terrible. It's just not one that I'm going to definitely want to revisit. Like, I wouldn't classify it as like, I'm not putting it into classics or anything like that. So
yeah, it's like a one-time watch deal. Like, you're not like, even next year when we try to watch all these Christmas movies, you probably won't go back and watch Noel.
Yeah, unless my wife really wants to, because she loves Anna Kendrick. So like maybe we might, but like I doubt it. I don't know. I totally agree. I can't think of one either. If I watch something I really liked in the next couple of days here, because it is only 22nd when we're recording this, I'll make sure to mention it next week. But yeah, I can't think of anything. You're right. Wow. Like, when you, so, because a lot of these are going to be the same answers for me, so I'm interested in what you're thinking. But when, as a kid, was there any Christmas movie that you like, sort of like liked more than the others? Like something you lean towards more than the others, or is it sort of all the ones you like now?
No, when I was younger, my earliest Christmas memories were like my mom would have like a CD player, like boombox thing, and she would just play Christmas music around and stuff. And I remembered watching Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer a lot, and like that Frosty the Snowman,
like the Rankin Bass ones, like the puppets, like the
claymation
things.
Yeah, the claymation Rudolph, and the Frosty the Snowman, the animated one or whatever. And I remembered I watched those a lot. Like Rudolph is the one that I remember the most. That one that I honestly I can never remember the name of it, and I honestly have to go back and watch it, but I just keep missing it every year when we do this. Or the last 2 years, is that one that has the I'm Mr. White Christmas, I'm Mr. Snow. What is that? It's
that's a Year Without a Santa Claus.
That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a Heat Miser and the Cold Miser. Yeah.
I watched. I remember that I used to watch that.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. I think we would just watch whatever was on, ABC Family or whatever, probably, or whatever the station that would have been the station then. I think
ABC
too.
Family. Yeah,
I guess it's freeform now.
Freeform now, but
so we're throwing stuff back for you guys. But yeah, that's what I did. I didn't watch. I don't think honestly I watched Elf because they used to play it in school like right before the holidays. They would put Elf on, and I always loved that. But I wouldn't watch things like Miracle on 34th Street or It's a Wonderful Life when I was a kid because it's black and white, and I don't want to watch something in black and white.
Gross.
Yeah. So I was stupid. So, I would say probably, I guess Elf, depending on how old we're talking, but before that, Rudolph. What about you?
Yeah, Elf counts. I mean, we were in third grade. You're a kid. That counts. For me, I'm glad you brought up A Year Without a Santa Claus. Like it was like a big one. Like we would watch all the Rankin Bass, like all those classic Rankin Bass ones, but like A Year Without a Santa Claus is a big one. That's like my mom's favorite. So a lot of these early memories are of that particular one because she like loves that one. She like loves the Heat Miser and the Cold Miser songs and all that stuff. But yeah, that's a real big one. And this is not a Christmas movie per se, but like we would always watch The Sound of Music near Christmas as well. I don't know why.
Isn't that? I think that's technically classified as a Christmas movie, isn't it? Does that take place during Christmas?
I don't think so. It takes place over a pretty long period of time. I'm not sure if it.
I thought that it did, but I could be wrong.
I don't know. A lot of people like in a lot of Christmas albums by people, they sing like my favorite things and stuff like that, which are like these are a few of my favorite.
Yeah, I think what happened was I was listening to Christmas music and it did have that in there, and I think that might be. If you start typing "is the sound of music a Christmas movie" is the first thing that comes up.
Is it? It
says it ended up being a holiday classic despite not having anything to do with Christmas.
Yeah, like I wouldn't classify it as a Christmas movie, but it's definitely something I watched.
It's been a while since I've seen The Sound of Music.
I don't know why we watched it towards Christmas, but we did, and I love it.
Seemingly is a holiday classic despite having nothing to do with Christmas, according to
fantastic
Google.
Fantastic. But yeah, no, like just like great Christmas memories. Like I don't know, like I just really think back to like those Rankin Bass things, like Rudolph and all that stuff, and eating cookies and shit like that, like all at the same time. So pretty good.
Yeah,
I just kind of wish I could rewatch those things with a clear eye. But you know what else I wish? I wish we hop onto our Christmas wish list. What do you think about that?
I'm down for that. I'm excited to jump into what we did last year.
How was that segue, though? That was pretty
slick. It was rough.
Oh,
it was the roughest segue.
Damn. It was so clear and obvious.
And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure we did something very similar last year.
Of course we did. I didn't re-listen to the episode. If I repeat anything I said, it's purely because I'm not creative.
I did go back and listen to it, but I was doing stuff at the time, so I can't remember everything exactly. But I think we did something very similar. But yeah, 2019 was well, we're almost done with it. But at the beginning of at the beginning of 28 or at the end of 2018 last year, we decided to talk about things we hope we wish for in the new year, which was this year. And it didn't work out for us very well. Like most of the things we wished for, we didn't get.
Not really.
Ryan was the most of a good boy. Santa seemed to like him more than us, but even he only batted 50%. So batted 500, I guess. I don't know.
500. 50%
baseball
works. That's fine. Baseball.
So yeah, I don't know. Do you just want to jump into each person's thing and we'll just talk about how these things didn't happen?
Yeah, but right before we do that, I do want to say that our Christmas wish list for 2020 is sponsored by Ink.shop. Thanks everyone over there at Ink.shop for being our wonderful sponsors today and sponsoring our wish list, because guess what? If anything is on your wish list, you can hop on over to Ink.shop and get all of the beautiful threads that they have over there. Anything that you might want to put on a shirt, sweatshirt, anything at all. Hop on over to Ink.shop and take a look, because they do seem to do it all. So head on over to Ink.shop. We'll give you the details a little bit later. So thanks.
Wow, that almost sounded like you had it like written down, but I think you just did that off the top of your head.
Of course not. Our sponsor, Ink.shop, gave me all the info, and I definitely didn't forget to include it earlier in the show. So,
you want to jump into 2019?
I'd
cover
love to.
My list first.
Yeah,
my list.
You know what? We'll cover yours first. Let's do that.
Okay, we'll do my list from last year,
because yours
which
was the worst. So
mine was the worst. I got nothing. Apparently, I got the only thing I got was coal. No, I did get one thing. So the first thing that I wanted to see was that DC would announce their upcoming film slate. Here's the thing. I don't even care about that anymore, so I'm not even that mad that we didn't get it. I'm not even that mad, because it's like, I don't care anymore. Like, do whatever anymore, DC. Like, do what you want to do. So I didn't get that. Another thing I didn't get that I really I knew I wasn't going to get, but I wanted it anyway, was an Oscar nomination for Toni Collette for Hereditary. I knew I wasn't gonna get it.
Fuck the Academy.
But she didn't just deserve a nomination. She deserved to win. But the fact that she didn't get a nomination still sucks. So I knew it wasn't going to happen. Something that I thought was going to happen, but we've heard nothing from, and now I'm thinking isn't going to happen at all, was there were a lot of rumors that we were going to get a Superman video game from Rocksteady, and nothing has come out since then to imply that that's going to happen. So last year I said I wanted to get a Superman video game announcement. I'm thinking that that's not even coming at all anytime soon. I think
still want that.
I would love a good Superman game. I think that I would still want to see it, but my bet is that they would be doing a Justice League video game, especially with the Avengers game coming out. So
it's just like DC to try to do the same thing Marvel just did.
That is a fact. Or Marvel. I mean, like originally, I guess Marvel just kind of was like, we'll just do everything DC's doing. So
correct. Yeah, all these things are cyclical.
But yeah, I mean, I would still love to see it, but I don't think we're getting it. Another thing that I said that I wanted was new details on the Buffy reboot / continuation. I thought this was a shoo-in. They announced that they were doing this reboot in like March of 2018.
Have we really not heard anything for over a year?
Yeah, it's been over a year since they've given us anything about this.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
I'm questioning whether or not it's still happening. Because maybe the purchase of Fox shut it down. But at one point, the showrunner, Monica, who I don't know how to pronounce her name, something Breen. I unfortunately can't pronounce her last name, but she tweeted and said that she was writing something, and she said, and no, it's not the thing that you guys know I can't talk about, which implies that it's Buffy. So, or that it's not, well, that she's not working on writing Buffy, but that is still something that she can't talk about, which implies it's still going, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking it might be dead at this point. I still want to know, but
why do you think it? Do you think they would just abandon it entirely? Like, I think
my thought might be that my thought is that maybe Disney, when they purchased Fox, said, "Oh no, it's not something we're interested." They shut down a lot of stuff.
Disney does have control of that because I remember it used to be on the WB, so it's not a Warner Brothers like.
Nope, it was owned by Fox.
Okay.
Yep. Fox owned the rights to it. I don't actually know how the rights were switched around because it was on UPN and WB at two different points. I don't actually know how the rights were determined, but somehow it ended up being Fox's, and then when Disney got it, it was Disney's.
And the WB would be CW now, right? Correct? Is that?
I think so. CW's, because CW is owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
But yeah, I know the rights are owned by Fox and now Disney, or were owned by Fox and now Disney. So, and then the last thing that I want, which was the only thing that I got, and was also the thing that I thought wasn't going to happen, was that I didn't want the Incredible Hulk to die in the Avengers, or in Avengers Endgame. He didn't, and it looks like we're gonna see him more than likely in the She-Hulk TV show. So I'm excited about that because I think that they've untapped some things that they can do with his character, and if they are able to tell the She-Hulk story well, I'm really interested in that too, because she's also a super interesting character. But yeah, I got 1 out of the 5 things that I asked for. Some things, like a Superman video game and just details on the Buffy reboot, I thought were going to be
shoo-ins.
Yeah, and I thought DC was going to announce their upcoming film slate too. I thought that this was a pretty, I didn't think I was going to get the Hereditary nomination. I thought that was not going to happen. And I honestly didn't think that the Hulk was going to survive. But everything else I thought was going to happen. So it was disappointing. Santa didn't love me too much this year.
No, he did not. I didn't fare much better, if I'm being honest. So I got... All right, fine. And, I guess I kind of got this one. But I asked for a Star Wars game plan. Guys, I wanted to know what was going on with Star Wars after 2019. I want to know what was going on after the Rise of Skywalker and Solo. And Alan and I guess Alan said that I kind of got that. I don't really think I kind of got that. But
it's weird because they announced that they've got 3 untitled movies for 2022, 2024, and 26, and they gave us The Mandalorian, and they've got the Obi-Wan Kenobi show that they're gonna, or is it a show or a movie? Either way, on Disney Plus,
I believe.
Yeah, show that they're gonna do. So in some ways, they did more details on the untitled stuff might come out a little bit after the Rise of Skywalker stuff, if it's gonna be connected. Who knows?
Right.
But I think maybe they're gonna hold off a little bit and wait until they're done with this. But I honestly don't know.
I have no idea. And honestly, I would barely count that I got anything. I guess I got some TV, but untitled movies. Wow, where have I heard that before? From everyone. Untitled movies don't mean shit. Tell me what the movie is and tell me who was in it and shit like that. Fine. I'm pissed. Santa was
a real bitter person.
Yeah, no. So I asked for, this is the big one. This is, guys, I'm still pissed. I'm pissed about this. I'm pissed about a lot of shit.
I had to look this up because I wasn't sure if you got this or not. And then I was like, oh, no.
I asked for a new director for the Fantastic Beasts series. And you know what? Honestly, fuck this movie. I don't even want to see any more of them. You know what? I wish for 2019 that Harry Potter burns the fucking ground.
Jeez.
I'm fucking so done. I'm so done. I love Harry Potter. Harry Potter, you know how people say I think Marvel's gonna be the kids these days Star Wars. Harry Potter's my fucking Star Wars. And I love Star Wars. This franchise means so much to me. And fucking burn it down. I have the movies. I have.
So Yates is still doing the third one.
Yes,
the third
Yates
Fantastic Beasts movie.
The biggest issue. Yates is stale and boring and stagnant, and he's bringing nothing new to the table. But the issue is fucking J.K. Rowling and her batshit crazy turning into Voldemort ass.
Yeah. So you're talking about recent comments
I'm done with J.K. right now.
How? I mean, I feel like eventually they're gonna have to people are pissed about that.
Ingrained. She's so ingrained in the world.
Yeah, it's hard to be she's gonna get pushed out because she can't.
She's the creative director of the Wizarding World, which is what they're calling it. Which is, by the way, barf. Fucking barf me. no,
No, it's wrong calling it the
it's
Wizarding
fine
World.
if you're calling your fucking theme park that, but you're calling your whole cinematic universe and book universe and your whole universe.
I'm not mad about it.
I'm pissed about it because all they're doing is jank shit. You know what you can do at Barnes & Noble, guys? Let me fill you in. At Barnes & Noble, you can hop on over to Barnes & Noble and buy a membership for the Wizarding World. And what does that mean? It means you get notification. You're fucking buying J.K. Rowling's Patreon is what you're doing if you're buying a membership to the Wizarding World, because you're getting notifications when she posts a new blog post, and you get interaction with everything inside of our apps and our beautiful suite
maybe
of
she
websites.
should stay off putting her opinions out right now.
And it's like, I love you, Harry Potter. I love you so much, and I want fresh ideas. I want new ideas. Like, I jokingly saying I want this shit to burn down, but I want Fantastic Beasts to burn down because it's uninteresting and I don't care about it anymore. And like, maybe you can save it, but I doubt it, because the last movie was a dumpster fire and it spit on everything I fucking love. So whatever. It doesn't ruin the shit I have, so I guess that's fine.
So you did get the next thing.
Oh, fucking tangent there, and I'm sorry. The next thing I asked for was an update on the Flash movie. I did get that, so I'm glad about that.
I was shocked.
I'm glad
I didn't think we were going to get that. Do you even want it, though? Do you even care as much?
I don't care about the movie at all. But I still like Ezra Miller, and if Ezra Miller's going to be in it, I'd like to see what happens. So
he's in the Fantastic Beasts stuff.
Just stop. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn you. He sucks in that. He doesn't suck. He has nothing to do. It's boring. Everything's boring. He's fucking ugh. Okay.
I still think that they're going to use Flash to flashpoint in the new Batman and a new Superman.
I don't care.
I'm not saying that matters
or not. They have to.
There's things I care about with Superman because I still love that character.
I love Superman. I actually love Superman way more now because of your video. Actually, like, Watch Alan's video on Superman literally has changed my opinion on the character. I absolutely love Superman. And I'm really excited for Robert Pattinson's Batman. I am. I just don't care.
Great actor.
I just don't care about them making a universe. Like, make a good Flash movie. If the Flash movie's good, fine. That's great. I don't. If you make a universe and it works, cool. But I don't need a universe. You know what I mean? Like,
movies first.
Yeah, movies first.
You know what's interesting is I wasn't excited about Wonder Woman 2 from all of the details that I heard about it, but then I watched the trailer and I was like, you know what? Like, Patty Jenkins is still a great director. Yeah. This still looks interesting. I'm not stoked about Steve Trevor coming back because I think that kind of kills some of the good parts of the first movie. But you know what? It looked fine. You know what? I think I might be. I left on a high note after watching the trailer.
I haven't seen the trailer.
You haven't seen the trailer?
No.
Oh, it looks pretty good. You should check it out.
Not for like lack of interest. I just haven't haven't looked at it. I don't know why.
I end up missing more trailers than I used to.
Yeah, it's weird.
Don't end up.
Because I'm interested. I'm interested in the movie. Like, I'm not. It's not like I'm not interested. I just haven't seeked it out. It's interesting.
The trailer came out like a Sunday or something, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, we got the Flash movie. So I'm at 1.5, given my fake Star Wars game plan and my Flash movie update. But I also asked for updates on Elder Scrolls 6, and Todd Howard did me dirty, so I haven't gotten anything on that. Actually, that's not true. I actually got 2.5 because we did find out Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be on the same engine every other game has been on recently. So thanks, Todd.
I mean, you're going to count that as...
I'm not counting it as a win. I'm just counting it as an update.
Somebody said Elder Scrolls 6, which is more than I can say for the Buffy reboot or continuation.
I think you're the only person talking about the Buffy reboot. Star Trek 4 announcement I asked for. Haven't gotten that.
That's not coming. That's not coming. I don't think they're doing any Star
stop,
Trek 4. Though.
Like, I know you're right. You're right. Like, I think you're right. I don't think there's gonna be another one. But I really like that series. Like
that should have been probably out by now, but at the very least it should have been.
I love the first one. I love the third one. I like the first one. I love the first one. I love the third one. I like the second one. Not as much, but I like it. I don't think it's bad. I really want a fourth one. I'm really enjoying that series. I don't know. Are you a fan, Alan?
I've actually only seen the first one. I started watching the con
Into
one
Darkness.
that I can't remember. Yeah, Into Darkness. And I think I was exhausted and I fell asleep.
It's fine.
And I heard Beyond's good. I just haven't had a chance to check it out. I like the first
Beyond
one.
is really good.
First remake one.
Star Trek Into Darkness.
I just haven't
fine.
check it out.
And I also wanted a Metroid Prime 4 trailer and a release date. Guess what? I asked for too much there. What I should
apparently they were like, you know what? Fuck you.
What I should have asked for was for
funny?
them to completely remake the game. So
you know what's funny? I was listening back because this is a part that I listened back to when I was re-listening to this. Ryan said, Ryan was looking at it. He's like, I think you're wrong here because I don't think we're going to get a trailer and release date. I think that game comes out in 2019.
Oh.
He said, he's like, I think that's Q4 2019. Big oof.
Big oofa doofa.
I wish we had Ryan here.
Yeah, Ryan. Big oofa doofa.
Yeah, so you finished with 1.5 of the 6 things you wanted, and I finished with 1. Let's go over Ryan's list because he fared better than we did.
Yeah, definitely.
So Ryan said that his first thing was Kingdom Hearts 3 living up to expectations. I'll give him that. I don't think it was from what I understand, it wasn't. Unfortunately, I haven't played the game, but from what I understand, it was still a very good game, even if it wasn't, the best of the series. I think you give him that.
Yeah.
Marvel's full game plan following Avengers Endgame.
Did we get that?
Kind of. Right? Because we got all their series that they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
And they announced a bunch of movies. Yeah. So, yeah.
That's fitting.
Yeah. I think he got that,
too. They weren't untitled. Okay. So, yeah.
Yeah. They gave official titles and everything. Yeah. He asked for a fulfilling conclusion to the Foxmen with Dark Phoenix. I don't think he got that one. I don't think we can give him a Dark Phoenix fulfilling conclusion.
I didn't even see Dark Phoenix.
I didn't have a desire.
I had no interest.
But from what I understand, pretty bad, and I think he saw it, and I think it was pretty bad. So, yeah, I don't think we can give him that one. So, you got 2 things so far. You already beat us.
He has beaten us. Unless we're counting Todd Howard saying something about Elder Scrolls once in a meeting.
Final Fantasy VII remake trailers and release window. I remember him saying that he didn't think we were going to get this, and I also agreed with him. I didn't think we were going to get this. We did. We got remake trailers and we got a release window. It
looks freaking tight.
It looks so cool. He got that. So he's got 3.
3 out of 6, yeah.
More details on Amazon Lord of the Rings show. I'm shocked that we didn't get more on that.
As well.
I think they just announced a casting maybe for somebody. I think I just saw that, but really not much
this year. All the shows we've gotten this year. We had a Watchmen show. We got a Witcher show. You would think they'd be like, yo, Lord of the Rings is happening, bro.
It's supposed to be like the most expensive TV show ever made, and it's shocking that we haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked that we didn't get anything there. And then the last thing he said, which is just sad as hell that it didn't, that this is a loss, and it kind of felt like a shoe-in to be a win. Game of Thrones concluding on a high note.
Oof.
Sad L.
Take the L.
That one hurt because I cared so much about that. I said before that Game of Thrones, if it finished strong, would probably be one of my favorite TV shows of all time. I mean, I still love it, but I don't think it can top Breaking Bad.
No.
For me, because of the fact that it's to me, its last 2 seasons are pretty poor. The second last season wouldn't have been as bad if it didn't kind of continue being rushed. It just rushed. It was just really rushed to an end that it didn't need to be.
You can tell D&D didn't care about making it anymore, and also they signed on to make an adaptation, and when they had to start writing their own shit, it didn't work. So it's sad. I'm sad.
It was really depressing because it was such a good show, and it still is. But the ending of it was not great. But even still, Ryan, 3 out of 6, batting 500.
I mean, Ryan's wish list was great. He was very nice this year, but he did something dirty because he kind of screwed us all there on that Game of Thrones concluding on a high note thing. Fuck D&D. I'm blaming Ryan, actually. That was Ryan.
The 3 things that he lost were Game of Thrones concluding on a high note, Lord of the Rings, more details on Lord of the Rings, and the conclusion to the X-Men with Dark Phoenix. Which, to be fair, I don't know that I was expecting Dark Phoenix to be very good. I didn't expect it to be as poorly rated and reviewed as it was, but I don't think I was expecting it to be great. But I really did think we would have gotten some details on Lord of the Rings, and I really thought Game of Thrones was. I didn't think
Game of Thrones is heartbreaking there. I think honestly, I think it might be a fun idea to do like. We never followed up after season 8, and I think it might be a decent idea to do like a Game of Thrones retrospective one of these days. Maybe. So. Yeah. But we want you guys to tell us about your Christmas wish lists. So tweet at us with hashtag RAZZLECast Christmas wish and let us know what you guys want for 2020. Because
that was the tweet. That was a hashtag last year. We'll go back and see.
We'll do the same one.
You can talk, or if you had anything from 2019 that you were like, oh, I really wanted this, even if you didn't, write it down at the beginning of the year. Let us know. You know.
Alan, would you like to fill us in with what your Christmas wish list is for 2020? And
yes, I
if
do.
You want to tweet this out later, maybe use that hashtag.
There we go. I also want to say Ryan did make a Christmas wish list, but since he's not on, he's just going to give his Christmas wish list next week on the podcast, so you can hear his there.
We can't say his Christmas wish. If we say his wish, it will not come true, and so we want him to say it.
Yeah, well, maybe, considering he beat us so bad last time, maybe that would be better for us, depending on whether I want his things to come true.
We don't have to compete. It's I will win though.
I don't know. I want Santa to like me more. I went a little bit easier on this one, I think, because I was like, I can't be so.
I put shit on mine that there's no fucking way it's happening, but that's fine.
We got an announcement trailer for Bayonetta 3 a while ago, like a really long time ago, and nothing since. Normal people would just ask for a trailer, but there's no fucking way that this game shouldn't be coming out soon. So I want Bayonetta 3 in 2020.
Damn.
No ifs, ands, or buts. I'm sure it'd be Q4. That's fine. Bayonetta 3 should be out in 2020. I don't just want a trailer. I don't just want a release date announcement. Bayonetta 3 should be out 2020. Give me that game, because Bayonetta 2 is my favorite video game I've ever played. Bayonetta 3.
Are you serious? Ever?
Yep, I love Bayonetta 2. It's so much fun.
Did you play Astral Chain? Came out in 2019. Astral
Chain. I haven't had a chance to play Astral Chain, no. Okay.
I was going to ask you if you played Astral Chain, if you think that was why Platinum hasn't released Bayonetta 3 yet. If it was like that in 10.
Well, it's weird, because they announced Bayonetta 3 pretty early. So I think it was before Astral Chain came out. It's possible that would be why Bayonetta 3 hasn't gotten anything, but I still think it'll be out in 2020.
Sure.
I could be wrong, but I'm going for it. I'm saying that's what I want. Wishlist Bayonetta 3 in 2020.
Never played Bayonetta, but I hope you get it.
This one seems like it should be a shoo-in, but then again, I thought last year was a shoo-in. I just want somebody involved in the show to even mention the word Buffy in 2020. Just someone say Buffy or Slayer or Vampire. Just say
you
something.
Want them to say
just
Vampire.
Give me a thing.
That's gonna happen.
I figure Joss Whedon will probably slip up at some point and be like Buffy. And I'll be like, shit. I guess Alan wins that one. No, it just, can we just, like, honestly, like, I'll settle for just being told it's not happening. I just don't want to be waiting, holding on anymore if it's not going to happen. Because at this point, I'm actually kind of excited for it, like we always say about reboots, even if it's not good, it doesn't take away from what you had, I don't think that the prequels to Star Wars are good, but that doesn't take away Star Wars, So yeah, if it's not good, whatever. It's not like Buffy goes away. So yeah, I'm excited for it. So
does it hurt that my Christmas wish list is that Buffy goes away?
Is that on it? My third thing that I want to see is a satisfying conclusion to BoJack Horseman. I am so sad that BoJack Horseman is ending. I've seen the first half of the last season. I like it, but I really hope they end on a high note, because BoJack is currently one of my favorite TV shows of all time. As long as it finishes strong, it would be in my top 3 with Buffy and Breaking Bad. So the 3 Bs. So I hope BoJack finishes strong, because I really love that show so much. It's a shame that it's ending, but if it is going to end, I really hope for a satisfying conclusion.
Excellent.
I don't know if you're in the same boat, but I assume so.
BoJack's one of my favorite shows ever. I am just 2 seasons behind, so I'm just like really behind. So I've like
they're very quick to binge.
Oh yeah, definitely. I just had to sit down and do it, and I don't know why. I think it's because I heard it was getting canceled that I was like, I'm gonna put this off. Like I don't know. I love it so much, and I didn't think I would, but I just love it so much, and like I don't want it to go away. But I'm also glad it I'd rather a show go away when they think that they have told their story. That's technically not what happened here, but like, I'd rather a show go away before I get sick of it. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, no, I agree. So here's my next one. And it's nothing against Henry Cavill. I mean, like, he's kind of an actor, but like, I want them to recast Superman. It's been teased to me with like the idea of like Michael B. Jordan taking over. They're recasting Batman. Okay, so let's be honest. The Man of Steel experiment and what they've tried to do in basically trying to like turn Superman into Batman, it's not working. It hasn't worked. And a new director is going to help, and a new vision for the character, which they seem to have, is going to help. But I would rather see them recast the character at this point and start fresh. For me, I think that it's necessary. So I want in 2020 for them to... I mean, I'd like for them to announce something with Superman in general, but announcing a recasted Superman, I think, would be something that I would like to see.
Who do you want?
Michael B. Jordan would be great. You and I talked about... what's his name? Henry Golding?
Henry Golding, baby. I want Henry Golding
that
so bad, baby.
Much. He's such a good-looking guy. He actually, like, you know, like, obviously there's a difference in you know, he's Asian American, but I still think he looks like Superman. Like,
he looks so much like
Superman. He really does.
He's also, like, a pretty good actor, too. Like, I've enjoyed him in some stuff, so.
Yeah. He's definitely done acting before, so that's...
when you said recast Superman...
apparently that's all...
I'm like, Henry Golding, I want it so bad.
Yeah, so there's tons of great actors out there, though, that could portray him.
I would not be mad with Michael B. Jordan. He's one of my favorite actors, like, period.
And to be fair, I did kind of shit on Henry Cavill there. I haven't seen The Witcher show yet. I'm sure that's a TV show.
Yeah, I'm sure he's acting, too. Like...
Yeah, he probably doesn't act. He does make some,
maybe,
you know. I like the DCU for what it is. It's not Superman, and I love Superman. Superman's my favorite superhero, and I just think they need to recast Superman. So that's what I want to see. I don't know. Do you agree with me on this?
100%.
Okay.
I
know there are going to be people who don't. I know that some people are really attached to it, and I love Henry Cavill, great guy.
He's not Superman.
Kind. He's like I said, he's a good guy, I'm sure, and
he's an
actor, but Superman, not. I just don't, he hasn't portrayed Superman.
Know what? Especially he's especially not Clark Kent.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So, recast Superman. Another thing that I want to see is an update on Tarantino's Star Trek, because, like I said, I don't think they're doing Star Trek 4 at this point.
Yeah. I
I don't think they're doing Tarantino's Star Trek, but I'm interested in it. Like, I'm super interested in seeing what the hell that's going to be, and I've been interested in it. He's passed his last movie. Like, that's the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's passed. It's, you know, it's already out on DVD and all that stuff. Why DVD? I don't know. People say that anymore. DVD. It's already out, you know, home release and stuff. That's passed. So now he can focus on his next project. And if his next project is Star Trek, then I want to know about it.
Yeah.
I just want to know if there's anything about, like, if that's coming out, like, because I still don't believe it's coming out.
No, that's why I'm laughing. I'm just laughing because, like,
I won't believe that comes out until it starts playing in theaters.
I won't buy it until I'm in the theater. I don't like people. Everyone can be lying to me. Like, I saw Tarantino's Star Trek last night. I'm like, no, you fucking didn't. You absolute liar.
So I want an update on that. Will I get one? I don't think so. You know what's something I think I can count on less than that? And that's Disney not doing something that's going to make them a shit ton of money. I want Disney to not announce Frozen 3. in 2020. I might win because they might announce it within the next, 9 days, 6 days. If you guys are listening, they might have announced it by the time you guys, hear this. But Frozen 2 was not very good.
No.
But not only that, it also proved that Frozen didn't need a sequel, and Frozen 2 definitely doesn't need a sequel. Please end it there. I don't think they need a Frozen 3. I don't think that there are more stories to tell. It's kind of proven that these characters, they didn't do enough with the characters to show that they have enough stuff to even really flesh out more, as most of them just retreaded some of the stuff that they were dealing with in the last movies anyway. It just wasn't that interesting. I don't want to see a Frozen 3. I don't want Disney to announce a Frozen 3. Are they going to? Of fucking course they are, because they made money with Frozen 2.
I didn't realize Frozen 2 just crossed $1 billion.
Did it? Holy fuck. Oh, God. They're going to announce it this week.
Frozen 3's happening, Alan. Like...
Well, here's the thing. If they announce it in 2019, then it's... I think I'm still good.
We're trying to make this a competition.
No. But they're going to announce it, but I just want them not to, because it just... They don't need to. It doesn't need it, and it's not going to be. It doesn't need it. So, to rehash everything, Bayonetta 3, give me that show or movie. No, game. Somebody please just say the word Buffy next year. Somebody tweet at me just Buffy, and I'll feel fine. I'll count that as a win. I'm convinced no one remembers that even exists anymore. A satisfying conclusion to BoJack Horseman. Recasting Superman, preferably with Henry Golding or Michael B. Jordan. Tarantino Star Trek updates, and do not give me Frozen 3. Don't announce it. Don't put it out. Don't even talk about a sequel to Frozen. Ignore Frozen 2. Don't even put that on DVD. I don't know why I keep saying DVD like that's home release anymore. Man. I'm in the past. Okay, what do you want to do? What are you hoping for in 2020?
I have so many wants. That's it. No, okay. I want it to be announced and confirmed, and well, I guess we're gonna get the console anyway, so that's fine. But I want backwards compatibility on the PS5.
That's coming, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's rumored. Gotta. I think it's rumored. It seems like a shoe-in.
I mean, I wouldn't have bet on it before the rumors came out. It seems like a
shoe-in, but you just never know what's going to happen with these things. And
I thought a lot of our things were shoe-ins last year.
It seems like a shoe-in, and I just don't want the industry to go this way. And I have a nice PlayStation 4 collection that I don't want to have to rebuy or just I guess I'm not really planning on getting rid of my PlayStation 4 anyway, but I don't know. It's just nice to have one machine that does the things. So I would like backwards compatibility. Also, not even just thinking about it for myself. When I was a kid, I couldn't really afford to get the new console without putting my old console in and trading in stuff.
I would sell all my old games at GameStop for 30 cents.
Kids that have don't have the ability to get the new console without selling their old one. Backwards compatibility is really crucial because there might be a game they really want to play, and they want to be able to play it on their new console. I don't know. I just believe in that. So, another thing I would really like is a Best Picture nomination for The Lighthouse.
I feel like that's gonna happen. I haven't seen the movie yet, but
I don't. The Academy does not like genre films. That's a blanket statement I just made. And it's also blanketly not true. But The Lighthouse is a damn near perfect movie, and in fact, it currently sits at a 10 on my list as my favorite movie of the year and a perfect one at that. I've only seen it once, so I mean that could change, but right now it's a 10, and I would just really, I listen. We all agree the Oscars.
I want to see it.
We all agree the Oscars don't matter, but they matter to me, and I just want them to get this one with
me. The Oscars are Christmas and
exactly.
Disney.
I just want them to get this one with me and to agree with me on this. So that's one. So.
Yeah. I want to see it. I feel like it's going to. They nominate 8 to 10 films.
I hope so. I haven't seen this year's Green Book, so I don't know. I
like Green Book.
So my next thing, I would like information on Game of Thrones spin-off shows, what they are, what they're going to be about, who's in them, stuff like that. Because I'm not ready to leave Westeros. Even though I had a nasty taste in my mouth, I don't want to leave it. I've been really enjoying it. I think HBO has a clear moneymaker on their hands. I think HBO needs to give it to people that are passionate about it. And so,
what do we know about the spinoffs? We know that we're getting a Targaryen one, right?
We're getting a Targaryen one, I think. They're mostly going to be set in the past, I believe, which is what I'd rather have. I don't really want anything set during the time that we already know.
I think you could do distant future, and that'd be kind of interesting too,
as well.
If you were to do a longer form.
But yeah, that's kind of. I just want to know. I just want to know what's going on. Give me some more details. So that one's pretty vague, but anything would be great. I didn't want to ask for like a timetable when the first one would come out, because I think we're still about maybe a year out before we get that information. But I'm not sure how long they've been working on them. So. A next thing would be similar to kind of what you were saying. I want a clarification on Tarantino's plans for retirement.
Dude, I think Tarantino wants a clarification on his plans for retirement, because every time it sounds.
I don't think he's going to retire, but he seems to think he's gonna. So I kind of want to know what's going on.
It's weird because like, I think it's like. He's afraid of making a bad movie, and he's like 10 sounds like a good number,
right?
Because the next one will be 10, and that's what he said was he was going to be done at 10, and then, but I don't know. I can't see him
not
done it.
Making movies. Yeah, I feel like he loves it too much.
It would just be sad, and I think I almost worry that what's going to happen is he's going to quote unquote retire and then show up 20 years later. Probably not 20 years later, but show up much later and then put something out and it actually won't be very good because he will have not made a movie for 20 years. And it's not that it won't be good, it just won't meet the expectations of
it definitely won't meet the hype, especially when we find out it's coming out and stuff like that.
So it's just I want him to continue making movies. He's so good. And like honestly, like if he made a movie that was like average or whatever, like people, like it's not like people would be like, oh, Tarantino's bad. Like he's made enough classics to this point.
And his legacy I think is secure, honestly. I loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think it's honestly done nothing but grow on me. I think it's one of his best, actually. I
like that movie a lot.
And honestly, I felt his love for it too. Like it seemed like his most fun, like it seemed like you really dug it, and I don't want that to be gone. That passion. So yeah, just clarify that. Let me know what you're gonna do. Hey, Tarantino, hit me up. Call the Razzle line. Yeah, let us know.
Just go ahead and then say, first off, here's some details on Star Trek, and here's some details on my retirement. I'm just gonna give you guys a memo.
Right. Zach, I told you I'm not retiring. I'm just having so much fun, Zach. That's a bad Tarantino, but that's fine.
That's okay. I bought it. I knew what you were doing.
Next thing would be a release date for Breath of the Wild 2. Just want to know what's coming out. That's fine. Nothing fancy. Give me a window. Release date. I said release date. Give me a release window. Just let me know near round.
Yeah. I feel like you'll get that in 2020. They announced I feel like if you don't get it in 2020, a release window in 2020, they probably announced the game too early.
I agree. Yes, I agree with you.
I mean, either way, they probably announced the game too early. Companies are announcing games way too early, like Bayonetta. And, like, it's just, like, to me, it's just, they probably should be waiting a little bit if they're not going to put the game out for years. But either way, you should be getting a release window this year, I would think. Or they're just going to cancel the game, or remake the whole thing.
Like Elder Scrolls 6.
Cancel, but remake it. Yeah.
Fucking A, dude. But no, like, I know, guys, hey, don't tweet at me. I know it's not going to be Breath of the Wild 2. It's just a sequel for Breath of the Wild. But, give me some of that.
We don't have a name.
This next one will not happen. No way. But, oh boy, if it's a wish list, I'm putting it on. Give me Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker 2, baby. Alan, have you played Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker 1?
I have not, but I know it's like your favorite game. I know you love it.
Amazing. One of the best puzzle games ever. So good. give me a second one, please. It is so innovative, incredible, like puzzle work and platforming, and it's just so interesting. Give it to me. Give it to me now. Yeah, that's what I was going. I was going for that, but I changed it up. To recap real quick, PS5 backwards compatibility, Best Picture nom for The Lighthouse, information on Game of Thrones spinoffs, clarification on Tarantino's plans for retirement, release date for the Breath of the Wild sequel, and Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker 2. So let us know again what your wish lists are for 2020 using the hashtag RAZZLECast Christmas Wish. So, Alan, did you watch any fucking movies this movie? This movie. Did you watch any movies this movie, sir?
Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with a Twitter poll at some point before the end of the show.
I don't believe in it.
I did watch some movies. I watched a couple Christmas movies. I didn't get to as many as I did last year, which is partly because we always do a short week right before Christmas because it means that we don't have to record on Christmas Eve. Right. Or Christmas or something like that. So we are recording this on a Sunday, and this doesn't come out until Thursday, I think. Wednesday? I forget.
Thursday or Wednesday, I'm not sure.
One of those. Usually Wednesday is when they're supposed to come out.
Wednesday when they come out.
Yeah. So partly that, and also last year my kids were home and I was home with them for like a week, so I got like a bunch of time to watch things. I didn't have that luxury this time. But I watched Elf, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. I think it's just so fun and quotable and all the stuff I talked about last year. I watched Miracle on 34th Street. This is the second time I watched it. I actually watched it. I watched it last year on Christmas, so I didn't get to talk about it last year. I love Miracle on 34th Street. It's like one of the best Santa Claus stories ever. It might be the best. I think it's so good. So I think that's honestly going to be a Christmas tradition for me to watch that every year. Like, I love Miracle on 34th Street. It's really good. It's a really, I don't know.
The original 1947?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, not the remake. I don't know if the remake's any good or anything like that, but I didn't watch that one.
Never seen either of them. So
you should watch Miracle on 34th. Yeah, absolutely. It's great. It's weird. It's Santa Claus in a court case, and for some reason that's really awesome. It's great.
Nice.
I also watched Scrooged because, as I said last year, the Christmas Carol story is like one of my favorite Christmas stories. I guess it's like really one of the only ones that gets like remade over and over again. But Scrooged is all right. I don't think it's like the best one by any means. I expected more. Yeah, it's the one with Bill Murray. I think I just kind of expected more. Like, I expected it to be more funny. It's just it's just, I don't know. It's just kind of what you'd expect. It's all right. It's cool to see it taking place like nowadays. That's interesting. Or not nowadays, I guess 1989 or something, whenever that came out. That was a guess. I have no idea. Probably around then.
Let me find out.
So yeah, it's I don't know, it's fine. It's I like the other one. I like a lot of other Christmas Carol movies.
Is Scrooged, by the way, it was 1988.
It's close.
Is Scrooged better than our version of A Christmas Carol that we were writing?
I don't remember. Were we writing a Christmas Carol story?
Yeah, it was just a joke. We were messing up everyone's name on purpose.
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like something we did like in middle school or high school. No. That feels like something we might have done. Yeah, it's all right. I also watched It's a Wonderful Life because it's a wonderful movie. And that was dumb.
That would be a sick name for a documentary about It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah, so it's a movie that everyone should watch. Honestly, my boss has been really down on Christmas, and I'm going to recommend that he watches It's a Wonderful Life because it's just one of the most feel-good movies ever. It's so uplifting and happy, or I don't know if happy is the right word, but it just, I don't know. I get done with it. Yeah, by the end of the movie, and it's just like, I feel so warm, and it just really brings that, that feeling. It's just honestly like, if you like feeling emotions, watch this movie. Like, definitely. And that's what movies are to me. Like, honestly, like for me, like when a movie can make me feel anything, it usually succeeds, whether it's sad or happy or frightened or, whatever. If it's able to really give me and make me feel, then that's what I want to be doing. That's what I want to, that's why I love movies. That's why I love TV and games, like, is for the feeling that things like It's a Wonderful Life give me. So I love that movie. If you've never checked it out, it's on Amazon Prime. Go ahead and watch it. It's honestly worth your time. I also watched The Night Before, which is a stoner comedy.
Funny
which
movie.
It's really funny. I like it a lot. I just honestly like Seth Rogen, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Anthony Mackie. Thank you. I wanted to say Falcon.
Yeah.
I buy their friendship so much, and it's just so fun. Like,
Definitely.
and it's a very quotable and fun and funny movie. I remember I would quote this movie with my wife all the time. And it's just, I don't know. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's dumb, but it's really funny.
Honestly though, I think didn't we see that in the theaters?
Probably.
I feel like we saw it in theaters.
And honestly, like, Michael Shannon is a national treasure. He's great in everything, but he's so good in this movie.
Michael Shannon in this movie is so good. What is he? He's like Mr. Green, right? Like,
yeah, his name's Mr. Green.
Oh
yeah.
my god, he's so funny. He's just got like the best delivery.
Yeah. He's actually so great. Yeah. At one point where he was like, I've been told my my stoic impression or my stoic voice and low or something like that is off-putting, and it's like, yeah, it's just great. I can't remember the exact thing he said and everything, so I'm probably just butchering it anyway. Go see the movie. It's a great movie. Like, just, that one you have to rent, but
he's like, we both know Miley was flawless.
I love the part where he's like, the weed of Christmas present. He's like doing that thing with his finger. And then he's like, doesn't that make every weed the weed of Christmas present? He's like, only on Christmas. Watch that movie. Honestly, if you're old enough, if you're able to watch a rated R movie or whatever, and you want to spend a couple bucks to rent it, I honestly think it's worth your time. It's really fun. If you like stoner comedies, it's really funny. So yeah, go ahead and watch that movie. Yeah, so I watched that, and then I also watched a little, honestly, I've begun to start to think of these as Christmas movies, even though they're not at all. But I also watched Star Wars Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, I definitely think of them as Christmas movies.
I now think of Star Wars as Christmas movies because that's just part of Christmas now, is just watching Star Wars. So
I'm with you. It's like The Sound of Music for me. It's not a Christmas movie. Like, I would never call it a Christmas movie, but it's definitely a part of watching it. So.
Yeah, it's a part of my December now. So I watched Rise of Skywalker. This is a Christmas special. Maybe we'll talk about Rise of Skywalker next week with Ryan because we all watched it together.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that makes sense. We'll talk about that next week. That also gives you some time to watch it. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. Overall, I liked it. I'll get into more thoughts next week. Zach, did you watch any movies?
Yeah, homie, I did. I watched Home Alone. Talked about that briefly earlier, but I mean, I love the Home Alone. The Home Alone, but it's just, that's the truth. So a few things on Home Alone. I almost said The Home Alone again. I think the script is really, really solid. I also think that Macaulay Culkin's performance is incredibly. I feel like people talk about it a lot because it's like a really famous Christmas movie, but I think it's underappreciated. Actually, he does a lot of subtle work in this movie. Joe Pesci and what's the guy's name? The other guy, the other wet bandit. Oh man, Daniel Stern, I think.
I didn't know his name.
Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern are hilarious. They're slapstick comedies, just on point and perfect. And fucking John Williams brings it so hard with a kick-ass score that I've literally been listening to on repeat all month. Like, I'm in my car. I've just been almost exclusively listening to John Williams' Home Alone score. I've listened to John Williams' Home Alone score, and then one day I listened to a couple Christmas trap albums. Like, this freaking score for this movie is incredible, and I love it. Then I watched Home Alone 2. It's not as good. It's the same movie.
So I actually I haven't seen Home Alone 2. It's people debate whether Home Alone is a Christmas movie. It is a Christmas movie. Is Home Alone 2 a Christmas movie? Does it take place during Christmas?
Okay, so it takes place during Christmas. Well, first of all, it's the exact same movie.
Well, Home Alone 2 is the one that's in New York, right? Where
yes, it's just the exact same movie in New York. Pretty much. Okay. It takes place during Christmas. Yes. I don't necessarily think it's a Christmas movie.
The values just aren't the same.
Yes, you and I. This is a discussion that we've had. That I think Home Alone is a Christmas movie because of the themes of the movie. I don't think a movie is just necessarily a Christmas movie because it takes place during Christmas. But the themes for Home Alone, the first one, are very much Christmas themed, and it has I think it benefits from and necessitates it taking place on Christmas. Home Alone 2. I'd say not necessarily. I would say Kevin basically has the same arc from the first movie. It just doesn't need to exist. Maybe it's a Christmas movie. I have to think about it a little more. Maybe do a little bit more. Maybe I'd watch it one more time and give you an opinion on that.
That's the Twitter poll, guys. We all know Home Alone is a Christmas movie, but is Home Alone 2 a Christmas movie?
Damn, that's a good point. I'm going to watch Home Alone 2 again, but like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I was watching it, and if I'm being honest, when I was watching it, I was not really trying. I wasn't picking up too many things other than this is the exact same movie. So, and I was I've never seen it before. It's actually the first time I'd ever seen it. So I'd never seen it before. And I was like, damn, it really is just the same thing. This is going to have the exact, okay, yep, this is the same thing. So, yeah. I then watched Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which I think is a really funny movie.
I know. I watched that last year. Yeah. I remembered not liking it, and then I watched it last year, and I was like, it's good.
It's not a bad...
I just think it's overrated.
It's so overrated. I 100% agree with you. It's just a very funny, solid movie. Like, it's not nothing incredible. It's not the best Christmas movie. It's nothing to write home about. It's just solid. My wife loves it, so we watch it every year. My grandmother also loves it. So anytime somebody says Grace, she goes, Grace, she dies 30 years ago. That happens all the time. And I love it. It's an incredible part of Christmas. Noelle. Watch Noelle. Anna Kendrick is fun-loving. I don't know if Anna Kendrick's a great actress. Can't tell.
I like her. I was looking back and I can't think of many things I like her in, but then I was like, she's in Scott Pilgrim, which is one of my favorite films of all time, and she's all right in that, but she's also barely in it. She picks... I can't think of many things that she's in that I like.
She picks roles that I can't necessarily criticize her performance of because the scripts are not usually that great. Mm-hmm. So I liked her in a Paul Feig movie last year with Blake Lively. Which name is escaping me. It was like a thriller. It was not a comedy at all. It was like a
not a comedy. It was Anna Kendrick and it was
Blake
Paul
Lively.
Feig. That's interesting.
It was. Now I'm looking it up because I'm just gonna freaking forget. A Simple Favor with Blake Lively. Anyway, Henry Golding was in that, by the way. She was good in that. I just don't know if she's a great actress, but whatever. Bill Hader was also in Noelle. They were fine. The movie's fine. It's nothing to write home about. It's nothing incredible. It's fine. Some really, really bad CG. That was.
I'm not really shocked by that though.
Well, apparently this movie had been shelved for a whole year. It was supposed to come out theatrically last year. But then Disney was like, "This is not going to make money. Let's save this for Disney Plus." And I think that was a good move. I think releasing on Disney Plus was a good move.
I think more people are going to check it out.
More people are going to check it out, and it is not really that great. So I don't think word of mouth would have done it a good service at the theater. I watched A Christmas Story.
Garbage.
Boy, howdy, it's a boring fucking movie.
I hate that movie so much.
I think last year I was still holding on to the nostalgia of like, I don't remember even what I said last year. Honestly, I could have hated this movie last year. I put it back in this year. It's so fucking boring. It is a boring
all of the iconic scenes have kids screaming over it.
Oh my god, it's so boring.
I hate that
hate
entire
Ralph.
movie.
I hate Frankie, his like brother. Fucking hate him. I think his name's Frankie. I don't even know. I hate his brother so much. Like, and the movie is just really boring. It has a narrator who couldn't care less. Like, I don't know, man.
I just don't get it. I don't get everyone's love for that movie. I know it's like everyone's number one favorite movie for Christmas. I don't get it.
I'm with you, dude. I don't get it.
Like, I legitimately don't understand the love. Ryan was on here. He actually gave a good reasoning for it last year, on why that's the case. But I don't get it. I don't like it. I think it's just not. It's not pleasing to my ears or face or eyes.
It's like,
I don't like this movie.
I get what it does, right? And I understand it. Like, in Ryan's description of it, because I remember that was really good. I just don't fucking like it. Like, I don't know, man. I was like falling asleep almost the whole time. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Watched Elf. Love Elf, man. Will Ferrell. It might be Will Ferrell's best movie. I don't know. That'd be an interesting conversation to have on the podcast one day. But like, yeah, I love it. It's just really fun loving, and it's just I can't say enough about it. Jingle All the Way. Watch Jingle All the Way. Alan, have you seen Jingle All the Way with Jake Lloyd?
I was thinking I was thinking it's with Schwarzenegger.
It's with Jake Lloyd and Schwarzenegger, but mainly Jake Lloyd. No, not mainly, but
I
Schwarzenegger.
Probably saw it when I was younger, but I can't remember. Is it
not
good?
Great. Not great.
What made you decide to watch it?
Sam loves it. Joel loves it. Friend of the podcast, Joel Snyder, my wife, love it. Because it's fun. Like, it's not a good movie, but I will probably watch it every year just because it's really fun. Schwarzenegger has some really funny lines. It's one of those bad movies that's like, it's a guilty pleasure movie, really. It's not bad. I don't know if it's bad. It's just not great. You know?
Good or bad Christmas movies can still be fun in some ways, like I said.
Yeah. Then I watched High School Musical 2.
Why?
It was on. My wife turned on High School Musical 2 on Disney Plus. I walked into the room right as it started. Had never seen it. Only ever saw the first one once. I actually liked High School Musical 2. Like, it's not a good movie. Again,
Jordan says, friend of the podcast, Jordan.
Yeah.
Says Jordan Raisman says that he likes High School Musical. He says that's the best one.
I think it's better.
I believe that was Jordan who said that.
It is better than the first one. It's not a bad movie. Let me clarify. It's not a bad movie. It's just very much a Disney musical that did not have a very large budget and was clearly made for television. Like, it has its limitations. It is what it is. It's not terrible at all. Like, it has clear defined character arcs. The music is sometimes enjoyable. You know, it's not terrible, honestly, at all. Then I saw Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I actually saw it twice, and I have some thoughts about it. I like it in general, though. So
yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll talk all about Star Wars next week on the podcast.
Yeah. Alan, did you watch any TV of note?
Just Survivor, because I tried to make sure that I could fit in as much or as many movies as I could possibly, because this was a busy week for me. But I just watched Survivor, but I watched 2 episodes. I watched the one before, the penultimate of the finale, or the penultimate of the season, and the season finale. It was interesting because they had to take a person off of the show for sexual assault reasons.
Oh my god!
Which was the first time that ever happened. Yeah, it was really weird. Throughout the season, there was a lot of times when he was like touching people, and like some of the people were like, "This is inappropriate," and then he was like able to stay, but he was given a warning. It was really weird. And then in the second to second to last episode, you just see Jeff Probst come to the camp, and Dan is his name. He wasn't there, and they're like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Just so you know, Dan left the game. He's not coming back. He won't be on the jury. I have no further information at this time." And he just says that to the people, and they have no idea what's going on. They just assume like something happened to his family or something. And then once the show goes off air, there's like a black screen that says Dan was removed to the game after another instance of making a crew member uncomfortable. In this case, wasn't a player, and it wasn't on film. Something like that. And then during the reunion, they did talk to one of the people that was feeling like they were assaulted by him. But he's the first person to ever be removed from the game for a reason other than injury or wanting to leave themselves, and to not be able to stay on jury or anything like that. So it was really weird how the whole thing went down. It was unfortunate that this was going on and they didn't take action right away. They said that they've changed their policies so that they will take action quicker, because there was a person who was saying that this stuff was happening before, that they felt uncomfortable with him. I mean, they didn't recommend him be taken from the game, but it seemed like they dropped the ball on how they handled it. Anyway, wow. It was an interesting season overall. The final 3 was kind of weird because it was nice because like you couldn't really tell who was going to win, but also not nice because like there wasn't like a clear person that like really stood out and played the game super well. There were some interesting people, but as usual, the most interesting people don't make it to the end. What I'm really excited about is next season is season 40. And for season 40, they're bringing back, they have 20 people and they're just taking 20 former winners and putting them all against each other. And I think that that's going to be so fun.
That will be fun.
It's still not my favorite idea, because I want them to take 20 of the people who were voted out first. Yes. And I want them to do that season. I've wanted for a while for them to take the people who were voted out first. But I'm still really interested because it's a lot of your favorite people. Boston Rob is back. Sandra's back. It takes a bunch of the former winners. I don't know. I didn't see him, but it's weird because I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw the preview that they gave. Yeah. So it's possible. I mean, if you think about it, 20 winners, there's 39 seasons. One person has won twice. So there's only been 38 winners.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, there's only ever been 38 winners. And they didn't use the most recent.
I don't even know. He won.
I think Cochran won his 1 year. Yeah. So it'll be interesting. It's interesting to see who's going to be there, and I don't know. I'm excited. It's more than half of the people who have ever won the game.
That is interesting. It kind of leaves me conflicted because I'm a big Survivor guy that has not watched Survivor in like 2 or 3 years. My dad and I used to watch all Survivor. We've watched a fuck ton of it. Love it. Love the show. I was sort of not interested when they started just keep bringing back people, you know.
Well, you know what sucks? I don't like when they bring back people to play against new people. Like when they bring Boston Rob to play against a bunch of newbies, because it's like, first off, Rob is at I guess it's sort of fair because it's like Rob's at a disadvantage because like, you know, they're going to be like, we need to get this guy out because he's played before. But on the other hand, he also knows the game way more than them, you know? So it's just, I don't know. I don't like when they bring in old people to play with new people. I'm excited about a season with a bunch of, plus it's the 40th season, so it kind of like works. Cool, I think. Yeah.
Alrighty, word.
You watch any TV?
Yeah, only TV I watched was Chopped. Love Chopped.
I like Chopped.
I love cooking shows, and Chopped is really a great one. Yeah, nothing to say. I was watching. It was one interesting episode where it was like families. It was like mothers and mother-in-laws teaming up against other mothers and mother-in-laws. And that had an interesting dynamic. I'd never seen Chopped like that before. So that's kind of neat.
I really like. I hope on their DVD box set it'll have. I've never seen Chopped like this
Holy
before.
Shit.
Zach Mauer.
Coming on the box. That'd be dope. That'd be dope as hell. Yeah, DVD box set for Chopped season, whatever the hell they're on. Never seen Chopped like this before. Awesome. That'd be my first pull quote. Be great. Okay, so Alan, what is our Twitter poll for this week?
What did I say?
Home Alone 2, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. We can either do that or we can. Yeah, that's fine. Is Home Alone 2 a Christmas movie?
Fantastic.
Yes or no?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'll rewatch. I'll let you know. So
I wasn't asking. I just meant that's what the Twitter poll was gonna be.
No, you were asking me directly. I don't know, man. I'm a goober. Alan, is there anything you'd like to plug here today before we say so long?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Alan Havens. That's ALANHAVENS. I don't have a video out. I didn't get I had been doing a video every 3 weeks. I missed this last one just because of everything going on with getting a new job and Christmas and all that stuff.
It's a rough time.
It is. It's so tough.
You can follow me on Twitter at I am Maurer. You can follow Razzle on Twitter at Razzle Review. Please check out, and it will be linked below, Ryan's video on Disney 2D animation. We might talk about that briefly next week. I'm sure Ryan will. But it's a really incredible video, and I want everyone to check it out. So please check that out. It will be linked in the description box down below or the show notes. So look either places. Again, I would like to say thanks to ink.shop. They have really incredible stuff over there, and you can type in your URL ink.shop, not ink.shop.com, just ink.shop for any custom printed apparel you may need. Business, team, event, or just personal. Anything that you might want. They've made some stuff for us at Razzle, and if we were to make merchandise, I'm sure we'd go through them. So also let us know if you want any Razzle merch. Once again, that's ink.shop in any of your favorite URL distribution services. They're called, what are they called? They're called browsers. That's it. Again, follow Razzle on Twitter at Razzle Media, not Razzle Review. I said that wrong, actually. At Razzle Media, we've rebranded. Check out our YouTube page, youtube.com/Razzle Media, and our Instagram as well, youtube.com/Razzle Media. Please rate the show on any of your favorite podcast apps. If you're watching on YouTube, please like the episode and subscribe to our channel. If you would possibly like a chance to get on the show, or if you would like to tell me what your retirement plans are, please hop on over to our Razzle line, which you can find at 267-343-9253. Again, that's 267-343-9253, and leave a 15-second or so message. Unless you're Quentin Tarantino, you can talk as long as you would like. So yeah, leave a 15-second or so message with any questions, comments, concerns, or jokes about Alan. We want to wish you guys a happy Christmas and Merry Holidays here from Razzle, and we're excited to see you guys next week. Thanks.
Remember, George, no man is a failure who has friends.